welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm Holly, your friendly neighborhood carnivore, and I'm so happy you could join me today. So on today's cooking adventure, I thought we would try for a crispy snack, since crispy is not something we get a whole lot on a carnivore diet. So, can you guess what I'm making? I have got a frozen log of ground beef. You can tell I have already been into this. It's nice and flat from being sliced. I have also got a frozen tube of venison. Again, same deal. You can, if I can open it, I don't know how the plastic got that way. All right, you can see I've already cut into this one too. It's got a flat edge from being cut. So what on earth would I have made that was crispy with these things? Well, what we're gonna do is we are going to use our meat slicer and we're gonna slice these very thin. This is raw venison and raw ground beef. And then we are going to dehydrate it, and it's going to make some super delicious crispy chips. Now, in addition to that, before I have also made chips using deli meat. My favorite has always been chicken because it has a very neutral flavor, and honestly, to me, it reminds me a lot of like a Lay's potato chip. However, at the moment, I am doing a ruminant meat reset with some friends, so I'm not gonna be having chicken or anything like that. So as you can tell, I'm right on ruminant meats with the ground beef and the ground venison. I actually made some lamb deli meat the other day to try out, and I thought, you know what? Why don't we try dehydrating some of this as well and see what kind of chip it makes? So that's what we're gonna be doing today, making some crispy, crunchy chips. And I'm excited for y'all to join me while we get this going. And this is my lamb deli meat. I will show you guys one day how I make this. I tried to record it and I accidentally deleted a whole chunk of footage that I needed. So that video is not happening at the moment, but I will redo it in the future so that you guys can see that. All I'm doing for this deli meat, maybe I can switch these around so you can see. All right, so all I'm doing for this deli meat is I'm just cutting it into 4 pieces. So I can get 4 chips off of 1 piece of meat. Now, the hamburger chips that are up here, I've got these 2 racks. On the 2 bottom racks are the ground venison, and the top, and these 2 are the ground beef. And then I've already salted these. I used popcorn salt, which is very, very finely ground salt. Some of these ground beef chips on the top layer, they're a bit thicker. I just thought I'd see what a thicker one might do as far as crunch goes compared to the thin ones. I'm thinking maybe if I get them thicker, it might be more like a cracker texture. So we will see. These are already cooked, they're already seasoned. I'm gonna add just a little bit more salt on top. Not a lot though, because like I said, it already is seasoned and all that. So I have now got this ready to dehydrate. There we go. All right, I'm gonna start with 7 and then we will check on it and see. The raw stuff might need to go longer. I think the deli meat will probably be done. Okay, so we have our dried meat chips. Now over here, we have got our dried venison. You can see they are nice and thin. In the middle, I have our dried lamb deli meat. And then over here, I have got the ground beef chips. This was one of the really super thin ones. And then this is one of the thicker ones. Okay, time for the taste test. So we've got our ground venison. Now these were really thin. I might should have sliced them a little bit thicker because even when they dehydrated, they still don't feel super crispy. I mean, they've got a little bit of a crisp to their break. They taste good, but they're not super crispy. I think maybe if I had gone a little thicker. Yeah, if I got a little bit thicker, I think they'd be even better, but they taste delicious. They do have a very satisfying crispy texture. So they are pretty good. We've got our lamb deli meat ones. Now, I have never tried this with deli meat that I've made myself before. This is a first, but I have used store-bought deli meat. I've made little crisps using chicken breast. Deli meat has been my favorite because it tastes very neutral. Reminds me a whole lot of having like just Lay's potato chips. But I've also used roast beef. I've used corned beef. All kinds of, you can use all kinds of different deli meats. You can even use pepperonis and things like that. So let's try this one. The thing I love about deli meat is it always is very crispy. So let's see how the deli meat turned out with the lamb. The flavor is really good. It's got a good crunch to it. I think this would be really good in some kind of dip. Really good. All right. Next up, we're gonna try our ground beef. Now I've got the thin ones that I cut, and then I've got the thick ones. And just from feeling it, I think these thick ones, they're gonna be, give us a better crunch. Yeah, when I break the thin one apart, it's very, very light. It has a really nice texture, but it almost is more of a melt in your mouth texture than a crispy texture. Now our thick one here, that has a little bit more of a snap to it. That's heartier. It's gonna hold up to some kind of dip you might make for it. And it tastes really good. All right, so I think the lesson that I have learned is when we go with our ground beef or our ground venison or any kind of meats like that we're starting with raw, we need to do a thicker cut so that when they dry out, they have a bit more of a snap to them because they're so fatty that you can see it gets little holes right in it from the meat, the fat drying up right out of the meat. So this is a thinner, lovely treat, but not super crispy like a chip. It's just, it's got a really nice melt in your mouth kind of texture. All right, I believe the deli meat remains to be my favorite. I think I will be making these more often. I've got a lot more deli meat left in my fridge. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a big batch of these, but I am super excited for this snack. I think you guys will enjoy it too, especially if you miss having something crunchy with your meal, like having some chips or something. You know, I've shown you guys how to make a tuna sandwich using a can of tuna to make the tuna bread for it. And now you can have some chips on the side. All right, guys, so be pulling out your dehydrators to make you some crispy meat chips. Enjoy them. Please make sure you do all of the YouTube things for me with the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, hitting that notification bell. Feel free to come find me over on X or on Instagram. On X, I am at Carnivore Friend, and on Instagram, I am at Friendly Neighborhood Carnivore. Can't wait to see you guys next time when I'm cooking up something in the kitchen. Thanks, guys. Bye.
She's the friendly neighborhood carnivore with a talent for cooking up a meaty uproar. From juicy steaks to sizzling ribs galore, she'll have you coming back for more. Fellas, smash that like button. She's the carnivore cooking queen. On your screen, bringing the meaty scene. Come on over and join the team for a culinary dream.